Hello, welcome to the Mini Army Show, and today, sticking with us, is our guest Edith.
Hi.
And Buddy, what are we doing?
We're doing an A10 Warthog.
The A10 Warthog. This is the tank bus.
Yeah. Anthony sent that to me for Christmas.
Your Uncle Anthony got you that. That's nice of him, isn't it? Got you that for Christmas. And this is an academy model. And
we've never done an academy.
Yeah,
But this is my second jet plane. Remember, we did the Typhoon years before the Mini Army Show.
Yeah, but this is our first time doing an academy model.
Yeah.
And this is our first impressions of it. Our first impressions is always the box and the box art. What do you think of
It's absolutely brilliant.
What do you think, Edith? What do you think of the box art on this?
It's amazing.
It's very stylish, isn't it? And they're going with a nice black look to it, and the artwork, as opposed to the Airfix, who always go for the red stuff. Now, so this is the iconic tank buster plane.
Using the Cold War.
Post-war tank buster plane.
Cold War.
I said post-war, so post after the war. Right, so we're gonna open
Look
up
at all those bombs.
Yeah, so we're going to open up the box of this one and have a look at what's inside the box. Yeah, and as we said, this is an academy model, so this is the first time.
Just as this thing, check with spotless before unsealing.
Now, here is the instructions for the A10.
Now look at all these sprues, and then only 8 instructions. And also there's no
and
the amount of bombs.
Yeah, so this looks very heavily armed, doesn't it? But it only looks like there's 8 steps into this standard kind of model making guide. So clear enough, looks good, right?
Academy might become one of our favourite model.
Well, we'll see how it goes. I'll tell you what, on this one, it looks like there's a million little pieces here, and these are all going to be a bit tricky to cut out.
And there's a seat with no little guy. There's no little guy. Why
Which
is
is
having a seat if there's no
which is
little
extremely
guy?
unfortunate.
There's a seat.
There's a seat but no little guy. What's the point?
Yes,
Right,
we
so-
already got through the part that's extremely
All
unfortunate.
right, so how many screws do you get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 sprues you get, right? So you get basically there's
4, 6.
so there's a lot. There's the engine cowls.
Those engines look massive.
There's all the little bits and bobs.
Oh yeah, and this plane is built to take a lot of damage.
There's the wings and the body. This is 1/72 scale, so there's a lot of sprues on this just for a little plane, isn't there?
But this is
There's
built.
a lot of little bits.
The way this is built,
A lot.
it's built so it can take a lot of damage. So if most other planes took the same amount of damage this can take, those planes would be ripped to shreds. This one would be able to get repaired.
Yeah,
They got cheap and really OP.
right. Yeah, so it's a powerful tank killer plane.
Very too OP.
Right, so we're going to get modelling this and see how it go, and we'll review how the process went. Okay, we're back, and it's a couple of days later, and we've also finished the
More difficult one.
Academy A10 Warthog.
Except what we did was paint the tips of those
It's
yellow.
actually kind
Yeah,
of
we added a bit of colour to the plane.
It's actually kind of big. It's a big
And
one. Big.
we finished the plane, and the plane is looking brilliant, and we're very happy with it. Now, I found with the Academy, you can hold that, buddy. Right? I found with the Academy model, the instructions weren't as clear as the Airfix. The Airfix tend to show you this has come off the sprue, that's come off the sprue. There was a few places on this that showed things go there, but then there was no other pictures of them afterwards to show the exact positioning.
Oh yeah, and the face was a bit difficult.
Yeah, getting the decals on was
The face did look
a
brilliant.
bit tricky. It looks good at the end, though. We're happy with it. And you know, one thing I always hate about planes, when we're doing plane models, I always hate the landing gear because it's super delicate, and there's lots of little fiddly bits to go in
Something
there.
did get broken.
And there's one other little problem with this plane. Watch this, Edith. Look. So when you sit the plane like that, what happens with it? It goes bonk. So you can stick it on the shelf and it looks like it's taken off. But the pity about it is, if I knew the plane was going to be so unbalanced like this, I should have thought about it. And if anyone is making this model, they can
Put lead in the front.
or glue a penny or something in the front of the plane, and
Anything that'll weigh it down.
It'll weigh it down in the front, so it'll sit properly. I didn't think of doing that, so when the plane goes together, it just goes ba-donk down.
You didn't do much painting on the machine gun. In the picture, the machine gun is silver.
Yeah, I will. That's a little tiny little bit I have to add to it.
It's kind of funny that like that's a very light, like kind of at the end, and then like the heavy part, the tank would be at the top.
The real plane has a massive big machine gun. It's basically the whole front section is a massive big machine gun, so it would balance out correctly.
And it was made to take damage.
Yeah.
Somebody was in an A10. It got hit by what I think was a flat gun. The right stabilizer I think got destroyed, and then without it being able. And then it wasn't able to fly without turning. Yeah. But then they activated a thing that stops it.
They have redundancy so they can change over to different controls on the plane.
And
so
it has... And if you destroy the thing to one engine, never mind.
You can fly it on the other engine and it's all separate. It's a very robust plane. It's designed to fly low to tanks or ground stuff, destroy
take a lot close air support.
Yeah, it's got lots of redundancy, so it can take a lot of damage. Now, so we're very happy with that model. This was a bit more tricky than the Airfix one.
Far more tricky.
There was lots of little tiny little pieces on it, but we're happy with that. It looks good.
And it has a bit of a lean.
Yeah, it has a bit of a lean. Right, so that's the end of this video. If you've watched this video and you want to join our mini army, what should they do, Edith?
They should
hit the like button, subscribe, and bell icon. What's it for? Clicking.
All right, so
thumbs up.
You click all the
Big thumbs up on me.
Right.
Nothing negative. Click everything but the negative stuff.
All right, so that's the end of this episode. If you like it,
tell a friend. If you don't, tell an enemy. Bye.
Bye.
I said enemy incorrectly.
This is my book. Over. This is my book.
the wall.
Daddy, this is my book. That will there. That will
Careful. Yes, you're crazy. Is Patrick reading you a book?
Cause I don't wanna end up like those apps and I know more feel and trendy. Cause I never wanna get what you think about what I wear or what I think. Cause I never wanna be a part of an ink and a town that thinks they're special. Cause I never wanna feel myself I'm something I'm not because I wear a label.